Hey everyone, Spider-Man 1991 here, and today I'm going to be doing another graphic novel review, this time for Batman Under the Red Hood. Originally the story was just called Under the Hood, but I guess they called it Under the Red Hood just to align it more with the animated movies. Really makes no difference, it's just one word. Anyways, the basic premise is that Jason Todd has come back from the dead, and he's returned to Gotham City under the using the identity the Red Hood, so that he can get revenge on Batman for not killing the Joker for his death. And also, Jason wants to take down Black Mask, who at this point is pretty much the head of all organized crime in Gotham City since the end of the War Games story arc. Writer Judd Winnick has managed to do Jason Todd what Ed Brubaker did to Bucky Barnes over at Marvel. Bring the character back and make him a badass. Because honestly, the Red Hood identity is pretty much one of the things that people love about Jason Todd now. I mean, when he was Robin, no one really liked him that much. And in fact, when the time came to vote for everyone to vote whether they want to see Robin live or die, the majority voted for him to die. So now they decide to bring. So Judd Winnick had the idea to bring him back, and they pretty much, and Jason was, as Robin, he was irrational and angry. This time they took it to a whole nother level by pushing him to the point where he becomes a vigilante more than a hero. And honestly, it really does work for Jason. So in a way, this was kind of a sort of reboot for the character that he pretty much that worked in his favor. All right, my favorite scene in this story arc, though, would have to be at the end of it, where Jason has the Joker tied up, and he tells Bruce that he forgives him for not saving him, but he's really angry at him because he let the Joker live. He thought that if he had died, Bruce would finally just kill the Joker. And it's a very big emotional scene. And Jason even says he doesn't want Batman to start killing all criminals, just the Joker, because he's the worst of the worst. And Bruce tells him he can't, and then Jason tosses Bruce a gun, takes out another gun, and holds it right at the Joker's head and says, "I'm going to shoot this guy in the head unless you stop me." And Batman does manage to stop him, and right before Jason activates a bomb that causes a distraction that allows him to escape. That was definitely a very powerful and emotional scene. So yeah, also the story arc did clarify that during the Hush story arc, which happened before this, Batman was confronted by an older Jason Todd, and it wasn't believed that it was Clayface the whole time, but part of the story arc in the annual that sort of revealed everything leading up to Jason's return to Gotham revealed that it really was Jason in the graveyard, and that at some point right towards the end of the fight, he switched places with Clayface, and that's what led Batman to assume that it was Clayface the whole time. So yeah, this is a pretty great Batman. This is a pretty great story. It's very amazing and very popular, obviously, because it was turned into an animated movie. The only thing is, though, where I stand on the whole movie versus the story arc debate, you could watch either one and still get the same story, but the only reason I would recommend the movie over the story arc is just because the movie simplifies Jason's resurrection. In the movie, Jason was pretty much brought back by Ra's al Ghul through the Lazarus Pits. And in the comic, however, the reason Jason's brought back is because Superboy Prime punched reality, and that sporadically caused Jason to come back to life. Again, this whole Superboy Prime punching reality, that has been subject of debate. A lot of people have hated it, saying it's a MacGuffin. It was just too much of a BS retcon, and I kind of agree with you on that. And in the story arc, Jason is exposed to the Lazarus Pit, but only when after Talia finds him, and he's in a state of amnesia. He doesn't know what's going on. He still remembers how to fight, but only because of a muscle instinct. And Talia pretty much puts him in the Lazarus Pits, and that's what fully restores his memory. Okay, overall, I would recommend the story. I would recommend reading the story arc to Batman fans, but for a casual fan who just wants to see the movies and has no interest in reading the comics, then I would say get the animated movie, because either way, because the animated movie is very well adapted. I'm not gonna lie, it's probably one of the best adapted DC animated movies. So honestly, it's still a very whether you like the comic or the movie, is still I still highly recommend you see or read the story somehow. Okay, that's it for me. Thank you again for watching this video. Thank you for subscribing, whether you're a subscriber or old subscriber or new subscriber. If you like this video, check out my other graphic novel reviews on my channel. I'm Spider-Man 1991 Scene. See you later.